Hi dumplings, happy Tuesday. Today we have our first quarter waxing moon in Taurus, and that means that there is 1 week today until the full moon in Leo on February 16th, just 2 days after Valentine's Day. So we have 1 week to make the most of this waxing moon energy, this energy of building momentum, building productivity, building desire to make something happen for ourselves. So check back in on the intentions that you set at the last new moon, the February 1st new moon in Aquarius. How have your desires, your priorities shifted since then? Just take today to observe and allow yourself to notice how you are changing alongside those changing priorities. Are you allowing yourself to change, or are you being rigid? The waxing phase of the lunar cycle is all about being kind of experimental, being kind of exploratory as we take action to make things real, co-creating with our desires, co-creating with the universe. 1 week until the full moon in Leo. This full moon in Leo is a beautiful energy of creative release. Leo is generosity. It rules the heart, how we shine our light, how we show up in the world, this energy of being center stage. This full moon could offer, for a lot of us, this beautiful kind of launch energy, or like a kind of coming out kind of energy, sharing something with the world. All planets are direct. Venus and Mars are doing this beautiful dance together in Capricorn. This is a really creative time, this full moon. So let's pull some cards to see how we can make the most of this next week as the moon is waxing. The King of Swords, Justice, and the Nine of Swords. So there's going to be a lot of clarity that's coming through for us right now if we are willing to be detached enough from maybe our own responses to notice it. The truth is on the table for us here in some way. The question that you're asking, the question that you're wanting to get the answer for right now, the answer is here for you. And uncovering it, seizing it, actually starts by stopping stressing out and getting into your body, getting out of your head so much. We have some real energies of truth coming in here, and some real cut and dry energies. Like the truth is plain to see, in plain sight, with the King of Swords and Justice. And chances are we know exactly what it is we want, what we don't want. It's manifest for us to see, like looking back on this last week, what have you just demonstrated with your actions that you actually want? What do you just know is right for you at this point? And what do you know is just not really right for you at this point? That's a question to ask yourself here with Justice. What is right for me? And, not just for me, but for your whole life. This energy of being the king, energy of like being the leader of our life here for a greater purpose, an understanding of what we just have to do for our kingdom and who we need to be for that. Maybe a lot of us are really doing some work of holding things together, when no matter how things are changing around you, whether it's good or bad changes, there's a little bit of overwhelm happening inside of you. And we're maybe kind of like stuffing away that part of us that is scared or, nervous or just like anxious in some way, or stressed out in some way. And there's this sort of invitation that's coming in today to just give yourself maybe a little bit of a break and say, I actually do know, and I don't need to get so in my head. I don't need to make things overly complicated right now. I can just do this. Like it's this kind of energy of like, I don't know, maybe someone like told you that you made a mistake and you didn't realize it. And so, okay, you realize that you made a mistake now, but you don't need to beat yourself up about it. Like there's some maybe energy of, maybe regretting something or doing something wrong and then realizing that, oh, this is exactly what I need to do to fix that or to move forward in the way that actually works better for me now. Maybe this last week was hectic for you. Maybe this last month was hectic for you. Maybe 2022 got off to like a really fucking shit show of a start. That's okay. It's okay. It has to be. Can you forgive yourself for it? Because you can only move forward and integrate the knowings that really became clear as day if you are willing to actually move. Like there's movement is a little bit of a superpower with the Nine of Swords, because I always like to think about how, when you're paralyzed with fear, in those moments where you're like in bed and, for example, you like hear something outside of like your room or something, you won't know if there's a monster in your house or under the bed unless you get up and shine a light. Until then, you're going to be paralyzed in stuckness, in stiffness. Don't do that. Maybe there is someone in your house. Maybe you do have a reason to be super afraid, but you can take action on it and get other people to help you and get grounded and get thinking clearly when you actually know what's up. What's the truth that you're maybe afraid to see right now? Chances are asking yourself that question and just getting clear, getting objective, getting back in your body is going to be something that's really helpful for you. Really, really helpful. We don't need to be in the Nine of Swords energy because we're so much wiser than that. Okay, so maybe we've got some shit to figure out, or some shit to fix or something. But you don't need to worry about it. Worrying is not constructive. The minute your thinking goes to a place where you just know that's a slippery slope, or maybe there's an activity or some part of your life that if you start, you're gonna fall down a rabbit hole and get into Nine of Swords energy. You can just kind of get grounded again, keeping our heads clear. Keeping our heads clear. Justice. Learning what doesn't work, what does. Learning how to do things better so that we can do better. Tough love in those cards, right? These are all aspects of you, aspects of your inner world and your truth that you can use. What do you want to take action on this week? And what do you just know it's not right for you, not good for you? You know. Page of Pentacles and the Fool. Brighter days are coming. Don't forget that. Keep looking forward. Keep opening your heart. Keep nurturing the seeds that you've planted. Keep noticing, remembering those seeds that are making you feel nourished and hopeful for the future. You have a lot of reason to feel hopeful for your future. But it's not in here. It's not in beating yourself up or staying stuck in the past, remembering that anxiety lives in the future, depression lives in the past. It's about being grounded on your throne, being present right now, and just clear on your intentions. Because the Fool and the Page are coming in with this new life. The Fool is the egg, zero, everything and nothing, pure potential. That moment where we say it's a kind of a do or die moment is coming. And this is something with the Page of Pentacles, this is a real intentional energy. This is the seed that I'm planted, and this is what I'm nurturing the growth of right now with this waxing moon in Taurus. We are intentional with what we want. Whether for you, that's building a business, securing the bag, building some relationship. Something is really a big part of our focus right now. And then the Fool is coming in to remind us that, that moment that we know that it's going to be time to hit go, hit launch, take some big risk, we can't miss it. you can't really miss the energy of the Fool. It's like a wave that you ride, and then you know when it like breaks or crests or whatever. It's like you have to leap. You have to. You know when you've reached the end of the cliff. And it doesn't feel dark and dreary and doom and scary and heavy. It may feel a little bit scary, but you know the difference between good scary that you can handle because you're a boss and you got this, and scary that just feels like it's going to swallow you whole. Keep your head up. Keep looking towards the sun. Fresh starts, new beginnings coming in after this full moon. Let's pull a Seasons of the Witch Samhain Oracle. On the 14th, on Valentine's Day, Mercury is moving back into Aquarius. It's been in Capricorn, so we're going to be retracing our steps a little bit. Mercury was retrograde in Aquarius for a while at the beginning of last month, I believe, a couple weeks ago. So we're going to be retracing our steps. We're going to have a chance to do better. We're going to have a chance to right our wrongs with ourselves, maybe with another person. We're going to have a chance to have a do-over. We're going to have a chance to try again, if that's right for us. And if it's not, then we won't. We trust that justice works like that. Like, what's the tough love that you just need to hear today? No to this, yes to this. You can give that tough love to yourself. Ancestors. Ancestors, always with the ancestors. They hiss a quivering so deep, only roots of your soil can lift the nakedness hidden within the vows made in silence, an ancient chill walking upon the spine. All right. Ancestors, let's see what comes up for that wisdom message. Your ancestors are always with you, protecting you. They watch over you and keep you from harm's way. They are present, telling you that it is safe to go forward and that you absolutely need to. You feel them with you. They also protect you from things you cannot see, like someone trying to put a hex on you or someone who is talking about you behind your back. These threats never make it to you because your ancestors have protected you without you having to ask. They want what is best for you, and they love you unconditionally. Rest easy. You have chosen this card because you are being protected and guided, even if you can't see how. Everything that has brought you there has been for everything that's brought you here has been for a purpose. There is some lesson, blessing, or miracle in every situation you've ever faced, good or bad. Trust in those who watch over you. Know that there are thousands, maybe millions of your ancestors who have walked before you, sharing their love, wisdom, and protection. Be sure to thank them because you wouldn't be here if they hadn't walked their hardships before you. Many have lived and died, laughed and suffered and sacrificed so that you can be here. Honor your ancestors by trusting them to watch over you. Call on them when you feel alone or afraid and give your fears to them, allowing them to hold you as you walk your path in life. Honor your ancestors by trusting them to watch over you. Trusting the forces that guide you. You're not alone. Sweet people, wishing you a many splendid rest of your week. If you want to book a reading with me, I'm offering 2 special mini readings for Valentine's Day. You can hit the link in my bio and grab one up. They're only going to be up until Valentine's Day at midnight. So I would love to do one for you. So have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you soon.